Hey everybody, Stacy Sturm, URL Radio, and we're doing something super fun here today. We are doing some aura readings. I have Tina and Derek, and I'm going to flip the camera around here, and I'm going to interview them, and then we're going to do a fun reading, so just hold on. How long have you guys been doing this?
Third Eye Aura Photography.
Yeah, the Third Eye Aura Photography.
We started, I guess, April. So we've been doing it about 4 months. And we kind of started on accident. When we were in Sedona, Arizona, we stopped to have our auras read. I talked Derek into doing it, thought it would just be something fun to do. And then we did it, and then we walked away with our reports. And when we got back to our room later that night and we were reading our reports, we found just how accurate it was. It was
fascinating.
Fascinating and almost scary. It really gave us a deeper look into ourselves and each other, which was a lot of fun. But then we started doing some research, and we realized that there was nobody in the Bismarck-Mandan area doing this service, offering this experience for people. And so we thought, well, why don't we try to bring it? And we just started looking into it, and the ball kept rolling, and we never hit any obstacles, and we just kept going, and here we are. We're still just rolling with it.
So what's your favorite part about doing this?
I think for me, I just like helping people learn more about themselves. Mm-hmm. So I like doing the reading, and then we can only see what is on the computer, but the individual knows what's going on and how that actually applies to their life. So when we see the screen and then tell them what we see, and they relay a story, or, this is what's happening in my life right now, so that makes perfect sense. It helps validate what we're doing.
Yeah, sometimes people share hard stories with us, and that's probably one of the hardest parts of it. But I think probably the neatest thing is just meeting so many people in the community. And we've met so many neat people since we've been doing this, and just, I don't know, it's just really interesting to help people, like Tina said, learn more about themselves. And for a lot of people, it's the very beginning of their journey. And it's a little bit of a curiosity for them. And for a lot of people, it's part of their journey, and they're using our services as a tool to help them just understand their energy balances, And then sometimes folks will come in and they'll tell us exactly what they think is going to happen. I think and that's how you know that they've been down. They have a little bit of general knowledge, and that's a lot of fun because then we'll together see, and they'll say, "Yeah, I told you," and they'll say, "I knew my heart chakra was going to be low. Yeah. I knew I was going to be a green today," or whatever. Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. It's kind of a little bit of a game, I think. Like that.
We're really just trying to get out there and educate people on what auras are. And what it is that we're doing and how it can benefit you, because there's a lot of people who just don't really know what it is.
Well, that's the cool part about it. There is kind of a fun, I use the word novelty. It's kind of a fun novelty thing to know what your color is and know what your, how that lines in your personality. But there is and I think that's what fascinated us about the business and what got us into it, because when we first went, I had the idea of it being more of a novelty, fun, cutesy thing. Yeah. But then I realized, no. It's beyond that. It is, what are my energy levels? What are my chakra levels? How is that affecting, my life and my, my daily comings and goings? And whenever I started thinking and focusing on that, it really started to help me I just really started to just feel a lot calmer and a lot, I felt more in tune with myself. Yeah. So I think, there's a lot to be learned. There's fun to be had, and there's a lot to be learned.
There are practical applications.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's what shocked me about it. I was not expecting that, but it's been fascinating ever since we started it. Yeah.
So first, we're going to do some readings. Derek, Tina, tell us how this works. Tell us what you're doing right now.
So we're going to start with Michael.
Okay.
And we're going to have, in just a second, we're going to have Michael place his hand on our sensor, and then we're going to read the energies of your body. Okay? We're going to take a look at your aura colors, and we're going to take a look at your chakra levels and a handful of different things. But basically, we're looking at your energy levels today, okay? But first, Michael, before we do that, we need to clean this room. Okay, Michael's
How
coming.
much time do we got?
Michael's
This happens
coming.
all the time. Michael walks into a room. Every room
Listen,
should
we
be
need
clean.
we have to clean it
Okay.
real quick. So I need for everybody to chill.
Yes.
We're gonna take some deep breaths.
Doesn't that feel better?
It's weird. You can like feel it resonate in your. Yeah. I don't know if you do. Maybe it's just me.
I'm not-
I'm very in tune.
I'm not crazy. Like, that's super high pitched, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
And
I'm
it's-
just
it's
making sure I'm not
high-pitched,
picking
and
up on something that's not
You should
there.
kind of feel it resonate a little. Did you feel it resonate in your body?
In my head.
Okay.
That's where it starts.
Okay.
Okay, you can take his hand.
There you go. Go and lift your hand up. All right, you're set. So, guys, there's a couple of things that we do start with that aura, okay? And today we know that, or we'll talk about aura personalities.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, so that's a lot of times we'll ask, folks want to know what's my aura color, and what we end up doing in that case, in this case with Michael, well, with everybody, your center, you basically have kind of, aura colors and aura energies that come from all parts of your body, okay? But when we look at your center aura, that's the most stable, okay? And that's what we call your aura personality. Okay, so in this case today, Michael is yellow. Okay, now that is our most stable. The center aura is our most stable. It does change, but typically, folks oftentimes stay the same. Our yellow people are our brightest and happiest. Okay, as far as a personality trait, they're joyful, they're optimistic. These people have abundant energy, which we know is true of Michael. The fellow never stops. And great sense of humor, spontaneous, So what ends up happening in this case, Stacy, is that we, we'll talk to you a bit about, some basic ideas about what's going on with your personality and your aura colors. You do get a 14-page report whenever you sit with us, and we print that up, and it goes into great detail about various characteristics of that yellow personality. I thought you were about to say something.
No,
Okay.
I was not.
Yeah, I think just a matter.
Yeah, we could add
So,
stuff
So then we want to talk about your top, bottom, yellow, and and left and right energies, or your left and right, top, bottom auras. In this case, when we talk about your left energy or your chi energy, that's the energy that's coming into your body. Okay. For Michael today, his left energies are orange. Okay, that tells us that the energy that's flowing into his field is adventurous, enthusiastic. The right side of our body, that's where our energy is leaving us, and that's how the world and people around us experience our energies. Okay, and again, in this case with Michael, it's orange. Okay, they find him to be creative and productive. All right. Do you think that's true of Michael? I think that's very true in what I know about Michael.
It is. I think you nailed it. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, when you take,
I think you nailed it when you said like intelligent and creative.
Mm-hmm.
That's very much him. Yeah.
I've had some of his creations. I know he's a creative guy. So then for Michael today, his top energies are yellow, which tells us that his mental state is intelligent and analytical. His bottom energies are yellow as well, a lot of orange and yellow today, and his grounding is optimistic and based on analytic intelligence. So he spends some time, he thinks a lot, he puts a lot of time and thought into what he's doing. So he's definitely very upbeat, joyful, and optimistic with all those yellows and oranges. Very creative, very adventurous, very productive. So whenever we sit down in these situations, our company is called Third Eye Aura Photography, and we do look at those aura colors, and that's a lot of fun and very interesting. If you look in the center here, this is a 3D representation of just Michael's aura colors. Of course, you'll see what we talked about: his top, his bottom, his left and right, all those orange and yellows floating around there, around his image here. Then we've got kind of a visual interpretation of his chakras, the 7 main chakras that run up and down your spine. And I understand that, while a lot of folks are well aware of what their chakras are, a lot of folks might not be. So these are just energy centers throughout the body, starting with our crown, chakra, moving into our third eye chakra, our throat chakra, our heart chakra. You get into the solar plexus chakra. This is your sacral chakra, or what a lot of folks might call the navel chakra, and then our root chakra. And this just kind of shows you, it's kind of a neat visual there. We also have a bar graph that we like to look at that's a little easier to check out. And if you look at Michael today and his chakra levels, pretty solid here. Okay, when we have these solid colors in a report like this, we see that Michael doesn't have any cloudiness or any blockage in any of his chakras. So that's really awesome. Oftentimes we get kind of a strange, there's kind of a little bit of a graphic here that happens when you have a blockage in your chakras, and then folks want to make sure that they're doing things to clear those chakras. But not for Michael today. He's got no blockage at all. Some really strong stuff going on here in his chakras. If I were to tell Michael anything, like in this case, we have his sacral or his navel chakra. Okay, it's pretty low. You kind of see there, it's a 3. So that's not good, that's not bad. He's just a little out of whack on that. And there are various things that you can do with your sacral chakra or all of your chakras to help boost those, whether it's modalities like crystals, whether it's your essential oils, teas, whatever you like to do. For some folks, it's meditation.
Well, I was just going to say, in the sacral chakra is related to your creativity
Yep.
and emotions.
Yep.
So,
That tracks.
Yeah. So you might not be feeling that today. You might not be totally spot
but
on.
the goal really there is just to have them as balanced as possible.
Yep.
And that looked great.
Yeah, and that's really what we're talking about here. Whether we're talking about auras, we're talking about chakras, or what have you. We're really just talking about balancing our energies. We want to make sure that we like to find balance in all areas of our life, the external and the internal. So these are tools that just help us make sure that we're balanced with regard to our personal energies and so forth. And there are a lot of things that we look at that go into the report that we send you home with. And there's detailed stuff in there. But one thing that I'm noticing right away with Michael, if you have just a quick minute here, Michael, is his relaxation level. And this is a 10-bar graph that we use with the Aura Cloud technology. That you want, the higher the better. The higher, and I will tell you, if I can say, with Michael being at a 4 1/4, almost 4 1/2, that is extraordinary. And you might think to yourself, well, it's 10. We've been doing this with so many people, typically, and it's about 2.5 for most folks. One thing that we're learning as we get out in the community is that we are not a relaxed society. and even some of the most, we've been meeting a variety of different kind of people, and sometimes folks seem a little more excited, and sometimes folks are a little more relaxed and chill, and even our most relaxed seeming people will not have very high. So to know what Michael does, and I know that you run nonstop, don't you? And he's, to see that he's that relaxed internally with his energies is, I think, fascinating, honestly, if I can say that.
And then if you look at the emotiometer,
The emotiometer
that's
ties
your
right in.
emotional
These are your
energy.
emotions, and sometimes we'll meet
It's just
individuals who
beautiful.
are having a really emotional day, and you can see it in their emotiometer because it's up and down like a crazy wave. What you want to see is this to be really smooth, like
Just
Michael's
like
got going
that,
right
nice
like
little
that.
wave.
Yeah. So while he might not be.
go.
You might not be feeling it when you're focusing on your external, what's going on in your life right now, but generally speaking, as an individual, you are a pretty relaxed and emotionally stable individual is what we're learning today.
You hear that, Stacy?
And I'm guessing,
Stacy doesn't stress you out too much.
let me say
I
this.
try not to.
Let me say this if I could, and I want to ask Stacy this real quick because I've never spent any time with Michael outside of brief hellos. I would bet that Michael is a pretty stable and consistent individual day to day. Like the Michael that you meet today is the Michael that you meet tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I picked him.
That's why you.
Like,
and that's why.
he balances me out.
Yeah.
He is like
Right.
kind of like my center.
Right.
When I get super crazy, or like he can kind of mellow me out.
Yep.
And if I'm super mellow, he can sometimes like bring my energy level up. Like he's a good balance.
Mind, body, spirit graph, is pretty even keeled here as well, with as far as his energies being split between his mind, body, and his spirit. So, you got some even, on the pie chart there, he's pretty even there, not too top heavy in any of his areas there. So overall, I'd say Michael's a definitely a pretty balanced individual.
Like someone knows.
That guy.
Yeah.
Problem.
Nobody's looked at you in an hour. Whenever you're ready, just put your hand on the sensor there for us.
Okay.
Here she goes. Holy moly.
There's that green. The green just popped up.
Yep.
I called it. I thought it was going to be green.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
right away it was
Yeah.
blues and purples, but
I said blue and green, I thought for sure. Yeah.
green and yellow.
What did I say last night when we were talking about Stacy? I thought I said
When you
green.
were
You
speculating
did,
about
yeah.
what Stacy was
Yeah.
going to be?
I said I thought green.
No orange. I was certain there was going to be orange.
Look at you.
So
All right, you're up.
creative.
You can lift your hand.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So see again, here you are, Stacy. Just like our reading with Michael, a lot of greens and yellows. Okay. In your case, though, your center aura color, which again is our most consistent, and what we call our personality aura color, is green. It tells us that your essence is social and communicative, which we all know is very true.
No, what?
About
That's a
Stacy.
shocker.
Yep.
Shocking.
Yeah, so it wasn't too hard for me to think about you being at green, and of course, those are just kind of a couple of our attributes. These people also enjoy nature. We know that about you. They're natural healers and communicators. They make friends easily. That sounds like somebody we all know. Adapts well to change, and we know that. I don't even have to ask you. I know that all of these things apply to you.
One other thing, if I can chime in
Oh, sure
about
would.
greens, is that they are known to have a warmth about them that puts other people at ease, and so they really do make friends easily, and I think that is 100% true of you.
Would you agree with all of these things, Miss Stacy?
It does sound familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds like so yeah, getting back to those aura colors, your top aura color at the top part of your energy field is green as well. Tells us that you're again social, natural healer. Bottom at the foundation of your aura colors is one of health, growth, and balance. It's green as well. And then again, that left chi energy coming into your body is yellow, which tells us that you're full of optimism and light. And then your right energies, or the way that the world experiences your energy, or the way that people experience your energy, is also yellow. You're just super optimistic and intelligent, apparently. With you, there's no blockage whatsoever in any of your chakras. We'll look at the bar graph here.
That's surprising me. I thought my red or my orange. I
Yeah.
thought my
Your root, and then
or
your
my
navel, your sacral.
Yeah, my sacral. I figured they might be a little low.
Yep, so they are, and then of course that solar plexus is a little low as well. Of course, your third eye is rocking up there at that 6. So your third eye's on fire today, and you're pretty strong and balanced. In your crown and your throat, I would imagine that your throat chakra is probably always pretty strong, because you seem like you always are ready to speak your truth and speak your voice. But overall, a little imbalance there, but no blockage, no muddiness whatsoever. We have nothing but solid there. And then if we move down to your relaxation level, you're at almost 3.5, 3.25 there, and that's really solid.
Yeah.
Again, we could all be more relaxed, and when I say something like that's really solid, well, that's based on everybody else. So you probably, I could be more relaxed.
Yeah, I
Look at
do think that. Yeah.
Yeah, we all could
Yeah.
be. We all could be. I'm not even sure sometimes if we even know how to relax. You know what I mean? I wonder.
I don't know what relaxed is.
wonder-
I'm not sure exactly what the feeling is, because even if I'm laying at home, I'm constantly thinking about something, or
Yep.
if projects I need to do, or emails I need to send, or whatever. it
So
is.
you feel you're relaxing, but you feel guilty.
Yeah, that I'm
because
relaxing.
You should
Yeah.
be doing something.
I think that's interesting. That
Yeah.
could be a whole separate conversation where I think that we do feel guilty to
I
relax.
think almost
I know,
all,
I do.
I know almost everybody I know. They're like, well, I'm gonna sit down and I'll do the dishes, but first I'm gonna sit down and just relax a little bit. And they're constantly thinking about, I should get those dishes
Yeah.
done. I need to get those
Yeah.
dishes done. So you don't relax at all.
Even when we're on
technically.
vacation, we're running.
Even
sometimes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your mind, body, spirit, those energies are pretty, if we look at that, your mind being this green one, body, spirit, your spirit is on fire as far as your spirit,
It's
your
almost half
spiritual
of,
energy.
almost
It's
half of your energy.
It's almost half of your energy, what you got going on today, Stacy. That's pretty wild. Right here. Okay, hold on. Line her up. Line her up.
Still got to do this.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to get too far with that. Or you do that picture wrong, people get upset.
I did have someone tell me the other day, you should change the angle. She was a little shorter and it was set for you.
Don't look at her, look right here.
See how beautiful.
Keep looking, don't move, don't mess around. Keep staying right there. Okay, thank you.
If people are interested in getting a reading, what is the steps? Like, how do they contact you? You guys said you can do individuals. Do you do individuals? Can you do individual readings, or do you do parties, or can they only find you at places? Like, what do you guys do normally?
Right now, we've been working a lot with Crystal Rock, so we have several dates with them through the rest of the year.
Yeah, pop-ups.
We do, pop-ups. We do private parties. We are available for that, but right now we don't have the ability. We don't have our own office space.
Right.
So, so the best bet is just to follow us on social media and maybe try to catch us at Crystal Rock.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So we're out there all over. Third Eye Aura Photography, and we always reply to DMs real quick. You know, if anybody has any questions or wants to reach out to us. Yeah.
Perfect. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
URL rocks.
Yeah,